So here is yet another take on Anyfin can happen. It's been around. But now it has Finja, and Finja does make this deck better. Unfortunately, this deck is in a very hostile environment, which is the environment of patches. I would actually go as far as to say this is probably a bad deck to play in the meta. But I'm going to choose to play it now, kinda for the science.
For Doomhammer, I will fight.
I guess to address a few of the questions on this deck. Wicker Flame without buffs? Well, yeah, you have some decisions on how to make this deck more viable against aggro. One is Mistress of Mixtures, but that card is really bad against control decks. One is Ooze, and that card is pretty bad against control decks which don't use weapons. And then you have Wicker Flame Burn Bristle, which I think is a middle-ish ground card. It's not as bad against control, it's just not quite that bad, essentially. I am terrified of running into Patches decks, and looks like this one is one to start out with, or it's mid-range Shaman. Against those, you have to try to draw the Doomsayer, or you have to try to draw a Pyro and Equality, I suppose, in order to stabilize.
I'm in charge now.
On the bright side, at least that's just Patches. Maybe the True Silver will be enough, given that the opponent drew his Patches. There's a lot of healing if I actually stabilize, so there's that. Going for it. Let's see.
For justice.
He has a total of 3, 5, 6, 7. Try this. Finja's a little too slow right now. Dream as that goes off, I can play the Solemn Vigil, draw 2, play the Finja. Or play Solemn Vigil, draw on the Ivory Knight, pick a really high cost card like Ley on Hands or Anything can happen, and then we're good. Alright, at the very least it looks like that tanked 7. With his lucky roll.
Last warning.
Let's get me to Ragnaros Lightlord. It's pretty tough. Oh, am I dead? We're not dead. So I think I count on a Bluegill Warrior coming. In fact, it's guaranteed to come out. So I kill one of those, and then I play Equality, and then I play Bluegill. Oh, Pyro Equality. I do want to get the Murlocs out first. Hey, I'm actually going to win this game. I get both of those. I think I don't need to actually play the Pyro. Just Equality, and then he only has 2 damage on the board. Then Wicker Flame. Okay. Finja's still around, he can fetch the last War Leader. Casual heal 4, nice. Casual heal 8. We did it! We managed to survive against pirates. They did draw Patches though, but that too counts as part of the RNG that can occur. They draw Patches, and then you win. This deck has really good stabilize if you get to the end, but getting to the end is the tough part. Between Tyrion, Ragnar's Forbidden Healing, and Ivory Knight. And really the reason I'm playing this deck is because I had that Paladin Warrior quest. I'm going to have to give some suggestions about my overlay. I'll look into that, thanks. Alright, always lucky with the Doomsayer. You can possibly fend off aggro with this lovely guy. Dun, 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 dun. 4 damage on turn 1. Ooh, we got the perfect anti-aggro hand though. Doomsayer and the Wicker Flame and a True Silver. Will this be good enough? Find out. Oh man. I mean, his hand is pretty good too, I suppose. Yeah, well, back to full. I get to kill the Flame Tongue with the True Silver.
Who goes there?
For justice.
He's nearly out of cards. I have the Consecration to clear the last cards there. And then into Ivory Knight, and then Tyrion for the Stabilize. I think we're good. Solution to Pirate Patches decks. Just draw well. All the anti-aggro. I mentioned that I think that this wins like only 30% against these Patches decks. Maybe too early to start celebrating. He was about to lava burst my face, I think. And then he changed his mind. He was like, oh, I better roll for the spell damage on him first. Yeah, more healing and that's kinda useful.
For justice.
He was thinking about lava bursting my face. Jade Lightning, not lava burst. And he's kind of closing in. Unfortunately, Tyrion Fordring will block everything. Ooh, Finja. You gotta play this card just to tank some stuff. This Finja might actually get 4 Murlocs out. I also might die. The Tyrion Fordring blocks the Doomhammer and also blocks 4 Finja.
Put your faith in the light.
Check for lethal. 6, 10, 13, 17. I have 20 damage. Next turn when I play the Murloc War Leader, I get +6. So I have 26 from an empty board. Is that right? And I have the 3. I think that means I clear as much as possible. 6, 10, 13, 17, 20, 26, 30. Yeah. It's possible that those going to face would have been better since he could have Maelstrom also. That Tyrion is going to defend anyways, but I figure if he needs to clear the Tyrion, he'd probably be using the Doomhammer, which would mean he would take damage for towards lethal anyways. Lava Burst plus Lightning Bolt. Wow!
By the holy
You scumbag! That's amazing!
shall be mine. I will fight with honor.
I don't know how playing against Reno Lock plays out. Is this favored on this side?
Reporting for duty.
The theory is that anything can happen, can just kill him. From that side, I believe you're trying to get the Polymorph All card, so that the second Anyfin can't kill. Also, I believe one of the subtleties in this matchup is you're trying not to play Finja the Flying Star so that doesn't come back.
Follow the rule. The battle.
In the second Anyfin.
My shield for Argus. Last warning. The battle.
It's kind of an interesting showdown though. Yeah, in this matchup I believe I don't play Finja, period. Unless I'm really desperate.
Reporting for duty.
Next turn I'm very likely to play Doomsayer. Thought about it this turn, but I have the True Silver in case of Thaurissan already.
Stop yelling!
For justice. The battle.
Mind if I roll knee?
Reporting for duty.
I ain't talking.
Put your faith in the light.
Oh! I cry every time.
The end is coming. Reporting for duty.
I don't have enough bursts, I'm gonna save this even though it can get oozed completely.
Reporting for duty.
Alright, so I need to draw a bunch of cards so I can draw my bluegill and my war leader. And then we're in business.
At last.
And I have to try not to get Kazakis polymorphed. Nothing that I can really do about that.
Funnel cakes. Get your funnel cakes here.
Side effects? No. Trust me.
That Finja I can't play unless I feel desperate enough. Given that I have both Anyfins in my hand, and I would need a lot of time otherwise, we do actually play him.
Battle. For justice. Reporting for duty.
Like the exact situation that I have both Anyfins, and I have exactly 2 Murlocs in my deck. That's good enough for the Finja, I'd say. And then you just hope on the second Anyfin that you don't roll 2 Finja. I should make sure I don't use this True Silver last charge so I can add 4 to the damage.
I have no time for games.
It's actually pretty good for me if doesn't matter what gets stolen, ever. You can actually play Anyfin here. Wait, do I have lethal? No. Yes? No. 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 of course not.
Move quickly. Reporting to duty.
A lot of people were calling out for the quality pyro there. Ironically, or unusually, that doesn't work because your other Murlocs have +2/+1. I understand that it gets around the polymorph in theory, but that doesn't work out here. Also, you didn't get the 10 damage one. So we're all good. Always wrong for Reno to take the 5, not take 10 against Anyfin, but that's not obvious. Probably. Huh. Oh, right. Reduces because of the war leaders.
My eyes are open.
Huh, no Finjas in the rolls. Probably because Finja didn't die. Pretty good.